The Renault Clio 4 has been around for a couple of years, but what Renault have done recently is updated, upgraded, and brought in some changes. You can see the daytime running lights at the front, the projection headlights, which make big changes. The model we've got here is a recent addition to the range called the GT line, and there are a couple of styling cues on it. The mag wheels, you can see them over there, certainly with a lot of intent on it. The standard Clio styling of the hidden door handles almost in the C-pillar for the rear doors. And you come round over here, of course, to the boot area, and you'll see that the standard boot area, 264 litres of boot space, which can, of course, with folding down the rear seats, be increased to about 730 litres approximately. So it's a fair-sized four-seater hatchback. The secret being that little badge. Over there saying GT line, and another little signal over there, that pretty mean looking extra exhaust pipe. As you can notice, rear parking beepers, park distance control come standard on this model as well. But let's take a look on the inside, and then we can talk some of the differences, and of course the engine, which is the feature of the GT line version. One of the Renault features is this key card, which is a slightly different system to a lot of others. But what you do is you park it in that little slot over there, which immediately activates, and nice little stop-start button over there that, of course, gets your engine going. Standard, I'm sure, but just a nice little feature. Aircon controls over here, very, very standard, but effective. And, of course, the really nice, what I like, Renault touchscreen system that is very effective. Phone at a push of a button when the Bluetooth is activated, but simply navigation exactly the same, and all of these work at a very, very simple touch of the button, nice and easy. So those are easy enough. On the steering wheel, essentially cruise control is the limit of the buttons on your steering wheel, because you have so much over there on the center screen on the touchscreen system. You come to the dashboard itself, and it's pretty straightforward, the dashboard, and you have a look at the instrumentation over here. Clear, legible, very simple, very easy, but it certainly works very, very well. One of the other features of the car is, of course, the engine. I have to mention the engine. And what they've done with the GT line version is they've gone with a 1.2 litre four-cylinder turbo, pushing out 88 kilowatts and 205 newton meters of torque. Now, compared to the normal models in the Clio line, can I call it, you're up from 66 newton meters to that 88. So it's a big increase in power, and you can feel it. It does work, and it does help. Those are important features to the car. Economy-wise, well, maybe it does depend on how you're driving, where you're driving, when you're driving it. I've done 334 kilometers at an average of 8 liters per 100 kilometers, which is maybe a touch heavier than one would be doing in a lot of other driving, but I certainly have enjoyed the power, performance, and abilities of this GT line, because I can tell you another really good feature of this car is this very short shifting, quick acting 6-speed manual gearbox, and it certainly is effective, works very, very well, and is a nice feature on the car. Other than that, you do have quite a lot of luxury features as well, and it certainly does run well. The front suspension is a little bit harder than maybe on some of the standard versions, but you're wanting a sporty version, that is something you would want. There is also one feature that I would say maybe could be a little bit of a lack on a car like this is if you take a look through towards the back of the car, your rear window is fairly small because you have those very wide C-pillars, and personally, I would love to see a reversing camera on this car. That would be the one and only thing that I think is maybe something with such a good touchscreen system that would be easy to add on to this car. What we're going to do now is just take a very quick look at the space in the back seat. Coming into the back seat of the Clio 4, as always, I've got the driver's seat set for myself, which means I've got fair to medium legroom in the back. It's certainly adequate, and for a young family it would be more than enough, and my personal test, of course, enough headroom with my hat on. 2 to 3 in the back, very comfortable. You can see the sporty look to the seat trim, the striping, etc. They've done that very nicely, making this into the GT line. Final point now, of course, I have not mentioned is the price. The list price of a Clio GT line is $264,900, which is pretty good value in the current market. There are competitors, there always are. You've got to have a look at the Suzuki Swift Sport. You can look at the new Polos. There is the Sportline version that comes in at similar money. There's the Hyundai i20 Sport as well. That would be a left field choice. So you do have choices. But if you're looking for a sporty feeling, sporty looking, and nice extra bit of power and handling in a smallish B segment hatch, take a look at the Renault Clio. 3-year, 45,000 kilometer service plan comes as standard as well, and it does have a 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating. Very, very important to most drivers. Check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. For Motor Matters, I'm Alan R, and I'll see you next time.